There was a smiling on his face. In his heart there was a squeezing. By short time, Noongal in the chariot was to depart ready. In his bows the chariot only a few baskets of gold carried. The disappointment of Nibiru's Ea's heart to him was predicting. EA is Enki, so I'm just going to say Enki instead of EA from now on. The disappointment in Nibiru's Enki's heart to him was predicting. Enki and Alalu's words exchanged. That which was known they reconsidered. If Earth, the head of Tiamat, was in the celestial battle cut off, where was the neck? Where was the golden veins cut asunder? Where were the golden veins from Earth's innards protruding? In the sky chamber, Enki over mountains and valleys traveled. The land by ocean separated, he the scanner examined. Again and again, there was the same indication. Where dry land from dry land apart was torn, Earth's innards were revealed, where the land mass, the shape of the heart, was given, and the lower part thereof. Golden veins from Earth's innards were abundant. Absu, the gold, the birthplace. Enki, the region, the name gave. Enki, then, with Anu, words of wisdom beamed. With gold, Earth indeed was filled, with from the veins, not from the waters, the gold must be gotten. From Earth's bowels, not from the waters, must the gold be attained. From region beyond the ocean, Abzu it shall be called. Can an abundance of gold be gotten? In the palace there was a great astonishment. Savants and counselors to Enki's words gave consideration. The gold must be obtained. On the unanimity there was, how to obtain it from the bowels of earth. Of that there was much discussion. In the assembly a prince spoke up. Enlil he was, half-brother of Enki. First Alalu, the son of the marriage of Enki, upon waters placed all hope. Of salvation by waters gold they were reassuring. Shar after shar, all of salvation were expecting. Now different words were our hearing, a task beyond imagining to undertake. Proof of the golden veins is needed, a plan of success must be ensured. So was Enlil to the assembly saying, to his words many in agreement listened. To Enlil to go to earth, and it was saying, let him proof obtain, a plan put forward. His words shall be heeded, his words a command shall be. In unanimity the assembly its consent gave, Enlil's mission it approved. With Alagar, his chief lieutenant, Enlil for earth departed. Alagar his pilot was, with each a sky chamber were the two of them provided. To earth the words of Anu the king, words of decision were beamed. Enlil of the mission in command shall be, his words shall be the command. When Enlil on earth arrived, Enki with his half-brother warmly locked arms. As brother meets brother, Enki and Enlil did welcome. To Alalu, Enlil made bowing. Alalu with weak words him bade welcome. The heroes to Enlil words of warm welcome were shouting of command which they were expecting. Deftly Enlil the sky chambers to be assembly did command. In the sky chamber he went soaring. Alagar, his chief lieutenant, was a pilot with him. Enki on the sky chamber by Abgal pilot him to them. To the Abzu showed the way. They surveyed the dry lands of the oceans, they took careful notice. From the upper sea to the lower sea to the land they scanned. Of all that was above, and that was below, they took account. And the Abzu, the soil they tested, gold there was indeed. With much soil and rocks it was commixed. In other words, the gold was mixed with the rocks. Refined as in the waters it was not. In an unmixture it was hiding. They went back to Endu. What they had found, they contemplated. Iridu, new task must be given. Alone on earth it cannot continue. Thus to Enlil was saying, a great plan he described. A wide mission he was proposing. More heroes to bring over, more settlements to establish. The gold on earth inners to obtain the gold from the admixture to separate. By skyships and chariots to be carried from land places, tasks to perform. Who of the settlements in charge will be? Who of the Abzu shall take command? Thus was Enki and Enlil asking, who of the enlarged Iridu shall take command? who the settlement shall oversee, thus Alalu was saying. Who of the sky ships in the land placing shall take command? So did Azu inquire. Let Anu come to earth, let his decision be made. Thus let Enlil say to in answer. Now this is the account of how Anu to earth came. How lots of Enki and Enlil were drawn, how Enki and the title Enki was given, how Alalu was the second time with Anu wrestled. To earth in a celestial chariot did Anu journey, the route by planets it followed. Around Lamu, Nungol the pilot, a circuit made by Anu was it closely observed. The moon, the one who Kingu once had been, they circled and admired. Perchance gold thereon can also be found. In his heart Anu wondered. He wondered if there was gold on the moon. In the waters beside the marshland his chariot splashed down. Enki for arrival reed boats prepared in Anu by arriving by sailing. Above the sky chambers were hovering, a royal welcome were they offered. In the lead boat Enki himself afloat, the king his father, the first to be greeting. Before Anu he bowed, then Anu embraced him. My son, my firstborn, Anu, to him he shouted. In the square of Eridu and Rose stood by their heroes, their kings to earth royally to welcome. In front of them stood Enlil, their commander. Before Anu, the king, he bowed Anu, him, to his chest embraced. Alalu, too, was there standing. Of what to do he was uncertain. Anu to him, a greeting extended. Let us lock arms as comrades, he said. With hesitation, Alalu stepped forward with Anu. He locked arms. A meal for Anu. He was prepared by evening time to reed hut for him. Enki built. Anu retired. The next day, the 7th, by count begun by Enki was a day of resting. A day of backslapping and celebration it was, as befits a king's coming. On the day that followed, Enki and Enlil before Anu the findings presented. What was done and what doing needed with him was discussed. Let me see the lands by myself, Anu said. Aloft they all in the sky chambers, lands from sea to sea they observed. To Abzu they flew, on the gold's hiding soil they landed. Difficult will the gold extraction be, Anu was saying. To obtain the gold is necessary. No matter how deep the gold is below the surface, it must be gotten. Let Enki and Enlil tools for the purpose devise. Let the heroes' tasks be assigned. Let them find how gold from soil and rock separates. How Nibiru prepared gold to deliver. Let landing place be built. Let more heroes to the task of earth be assigned. So that Anu to the two sons sang in his heart the way stations of earth he was thinking. Those that command words of Anu, Enki and Enlil, and agreeing, their heads were bowing. There were evenings and the mornings, and in Eridu they had returned. In Eridu they had counsel, tasks of the duties to assign. Enki in Eridu established was the first to speak up. Eridu have I established, let other settlements and regions be set up. Let it be Eden, be abode of the upright ones, be the name of it known. The command of Eden, let it be. Let Enlil the gold extraction perform. By these words Enlil was angered. The plan was wrongful to Anu, he said, of commanding and tasks to perform. I am better. The sky ships I have the knowledge. Of the earth and its secrets my half-brother Enki is the knower. Of Abzu he discovered. Let him of the Abzu be the master. And Anu to the anger of the words with the careful ear listened. His brothers were again half-brothers, the firstborn with the legal heir with words of weapons they contended. Enki was the firstborn son. By a concubine to Anu he was born. Enlil thereafter born. By Antu, Anu's spouse was conceived. A half-sister of Anu she was. Thereby Enlil his legal heir making. Thereby the next-born son for succession be firstborn, overcoming a conflict of obtaining of gold in danger Anu was fearing. One of the brothers to Nibiru must return of succession, considering must now be removed. So as Anu to himself thinking aloud to a startled suggestion he made. Who to Nibiru for the throne seat shall return? Who to Eden shall command? Who is in Abzu shall be the master? Let us three, I with you, let us determine. Silent were the brothers, audacious words surprised him overlooked. Let us draw lots. By the hand of fate, let it be the decision. The three fathers and two sons clasped their hands together. They cast